a painter is something very different. You know, I've never tried before. I'm so used to doing something two-dimensional. Like when I draw, everything is 2D, no matter what kind of surface. So when we were trying the VR, and all of a sudden you need to think about the whole flow, like from what angle and what directions.
And with this, it gives me a lot of freedom because I always start my creative process sketching on a notebook, and it's very two-dimensional, you know, and then try to work my way in a 3D modeling software. You know. So this kind of combines these two steps together. I can immediately sketch while being three-dimensional at the same time.
Today I'm here to explore WebVR and specifically A-Frame and A-Painter, which I am very excited about because painting in 3D is sort of like the next frontier for illustration. You know, from 2D, that's the obvious next step.
It gives this sort of like this interaction. It's very different. It's like you're actually inside your painting because you can actually walk into it.
This would be a good method to get people to visualize this idea three-dimensionally. It's hard for clients to perceive how it would impact their space unless it's rendered. It would be cool if at some point we can play on luminosity. You know, certain lines can glow, and I can dim it, play with shadows maybe. So I don't even have to render it. I can just sketch it, and that's like the render already, you know, and put the goggles on the client, and that's it. You know, you get the idea immediately.
When I paint or when I draw, I just take a picture and I post it online, and that's the interaction is kind of one way. It's like just you look at that and you have no idea about the process, or you know, just like the thing just really flat. But with VR, like people can actually experience it. I think it's the experience that you get to share with your audience. So the audience get to see it from your point of view. Then it becomes like another level of interaction, and it's definitely something I think is going to be really interesting in the future.
Let's say you make a documentary about a market, but none of the people who go to the market can actually see it because they don't have headsets, they don't have the gear that's needed. So if we can put content on the web, that makes it a lot more accessible to people around the world and a lot more democratic. They can actually view the content that's about themselves. So I think WebVR in the next 5 years is going to be especially important as storytellers, like filmmakers, journalists, artists are experimenting more with immersive storytelling and also interactive storytelling. Because when you have a set of tools like that, it allows you to tell really powerful stories that elicit responses from the viewers. Gets them to do something, gets them to react, maybe gets them to collaborate with other people. And that's only possible if they can actually see the content in the first place, which is why having it on the web is really important.